Welcome to another episode of Sports Hub Central. I'm your host, Chad M.
And I'm Emily Nerland. We are back with another Olympic edition, this time bringing you the women's soccer semifinal where USA defeated Canada. There is a controversial call in this. The delay of game, what are your thoughts? Do you think it was within line?
Well, the thing here is we all know in sports there's inconsistency in terms of which rules are enforced and which ones are not. But the bottom line here is they did violate a rule that is in the rule book. Now, whether or not it gets called a lot or not is a debate for another time.
You think at that point in the game, though, that would be a smart decision for the ref to make? Do you not think it's a little bit skewed?
But hold on, though.
Way?
If a rule is a rule, should it matter what point of the game it's at? It should always be called or not.
No, I disagree because sometimes, like in hockey, you let them play.
I disagree with that.
Play.
What do you mean you let them? So then what's the point on having a rule? Oh, we'll just enforce it in the first
because
period,
sometimes
but not at the end of the
refs
game.
should have that discretion, and refs are entrusted with that discretion. That's why they are trained individuals to know when someone's flopping and when someone's really doing something.
But why instead of discretion should they not just have a firm rule? The same way there's a speed limit at 70 miles an hour. If you exceed it and you get caught, you get a ticket. If you're going 80, if you're going 79, you're probably getting away with it, and that's the difference. Hold on though, if you are going over 70 and someone writes you a ticket, what argument do you have against it?
Why are you even asking me about a speeding ticket when we're trying to talk about the women's soccer team that got completely hosed by officiating?
I'm just making a comparison in terms of to a rule that there is out there in society.
I wouldn't know because I don't get traffic tickets. So we can move on to the soccer officiating that was completely out of line, that they aren't making those calls after it had been made because they realized it wasn't the call that had to be made at that time, and it completely did Canada in. They were heartbroken. They couldn't win after that. That took them out at that point. And then the handball after that, the refs completely hosed Canada, probably for ratings for NBC, so people can watch the game 6 hours later.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, everybody wants to see Japan versus the U.S. in the finals. It has way more worldwide appeal. It's a rematch of the Women's World Cup from a few years ago, and there's a bigger population in those countries. There's a bit of history going back to World War II, so that would make sense based on the way the IOC and the boys roll down there in London.